know about you guys. You guys getting sick about hearing about all this like Hurricane Sandy material? I don't know. It's like getting kind of old, right? But I'm gonna talk about it anyway because that's all I got. So, during the hurricane, I was out of power for about 5 days, which was kind of rough because I had to resort to more primitive methods of masturbation. You know, like it was like the pioneers used to do it. You know, like a lot of imagery. I'm just really glad I'm back on a regular schedule. So yeah, but I started to realize that like we're like the worst generation to deal with a power outage for even like a day, you know? Like there's no plan B technology-wise. Like honestly, like the only radio I have is the radio app on my phone, you know? And God forbid we like talk to other humans to gather information, you know, everyone can always find everything online. Like fuck, there was a boil water advisory in my town, like that means we weren't supposed to drink the water. I didn't know about that for the entire time. So, yeah, I mean, I could have asked the guy, but what was I going to do? Like, excuse me, neighbor, have you heard any updates from town? Like, I didn't do that, so I just kind of slept it off and hoped for the best. So, yeah. Anyway, so I don't live in New York. I live in New Jersey. I just work up here. So I'm always looking for a place to crash, you know, but I'm starting to realize the apartments here are just crazy. Like, a friend of mine, I stay at his place most of the nights. Like, this is the layout of his apartment. So he's got a kitchen. Right off the kitchen, there's just like a door to a room that just has a toilet. And then right next to the stove, there's a freestanding shower. So, like, I mean, yeah, like, whatever. In Jersey, you can make fun of the air quality, but, like, a bathroom's a bathroom, and a kitchen's a kitchen where I come from, you know? So, yeah. I started to realize, though, like, because I overanalyze situations all the time, like, there's no dignified way to walk in that toilet room, you know? Like, no one's going to that toilet room to powder their nose, you know? Like, there's like one, maybe two, maybe three things you can be doing in there to count diarrhea, you know? Like, so, yeah. And, like, again, just like there's no dignified way to walk in the toilet room, there's no dignified way to walk out either. I mean, there's no toilet, there's no sink in there, you got poo hands, you know? So, yeah, I mean, if you want to wash your hands, like, you got the kitchen sink, so, I mean, let's talk about cross-contamination, you know? Quite frankly, I mean, guys, honestly, like, I was doing the dishes there once and I got pink eye. So, yeah, it wasn't the best. Anyway, I started realizing, like, he's paying, like, what, like $1,200 for the apartment? So, like, I was wondering, like, how the hell did the realtor, like, list the place on Craigslist? Like, was it, like, really large, expansive, full-service kitchen, you know, covers all realms of digestion? Like, honestly, I'm just not really sure. So, anyway, what can I say? Like, at least I got a job, even if I have to do the commute, though, you know. I actually have a brother, though. He has a law degree. It's been kind of difficult for him to find work, which is kind of rough. I don't want you guys to get too concerned, though, because, I mean, he has been seriously considered by some sperm banks, so there's that. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the advertisements on like TV and stuff. It's always like, you could like earn $1 million more in your lifetime if you have a college education. Well, like, I'm not really sure about $1 million, but apparently on the pamphlet it said that a graduate degree can get you about $33 extra per load. So this degree's going to start to pay off, and my parents are getting real proud. Yeah. I was actually the one who advised me against the whole thing, though, because I was reading the fine print, and it says that, like, the donation program has a zero-tolerance policy on any extraneous sex or other types of masturbation. So, like, honestly, you're either jerking it on the clock or you're not jerking at all. You know, like, there's no time for side jerking. So, like, really, like, are you trying to lose your, like, sperm bank gig because you couldn't keep it in your pants, you know? Like, you're at the unemployment line, everyone's like, dude, I thought you had that great gig, you know? And he's like, oh, dude, like, I had a relapse. Yeah, sperm count got a little low. Which got me thinking, though, like, you'd think that a lowered sperm count in the sperm business would be grounds for a little disability, you know? That's just me. But anyway, other than that, so I've been paying attention to the news lately, so, like, most of the important things, like what Shia LaBeouf is up to. I don't know if you guys have been following this, but apparently in preparation for his new movie coming out, he actually took a video of him and his girlfriend having sex, and he sent that video to the director, and it actually got him the part, which is crazy. I'm not going to be the one to say whether or not Shia LaBeouf's really great in the sack, but I mean, he was really great in holes, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, I've been watching a lot of TV lately. Like, I don't know, most of the ads though. Have you guys seen they've been running for a long time now, but like the Wrangler jeans commercials with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Brett Favre, right? You guys seen those? Like, for me, as far as I'm concerned, they're advertising for things I've never even realized, like jeans cutting and binding. Like, apparently jeans, they don't have enough crotch room, but like I could fit a sandwich in my pants, you know? So, like, and granted, I would never want to buy a pair of Wrangler jeans, but, like, it's disconcerting to find out that I'm not even qualified. So, yeah, that sucks. But, I was wondering with the timetable with the whole situation though, like, did they start running those ads before or after the whole Favre dick pic situation, you know? Like, was there some, like, marketing meeting at, like, Wrangler headquarters and everyone's, like, losing their shit? Like, oh my god, how are we gonna keep Favre's dick in his pants? And some wise guy was like, well, you know, maybe if the jeans weren't cutting and binding so much, you wouldn't feel the need to take it out. I don't know, just a little food for thought. But anyway, enough about Favre and his dick on more important things, like my asshole. Yeah, see, it's been bothering me a lot lately. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the bargain brand toilet paper. Maybe it's my approach. I'm just not really sure. But see, it's not really getting any better, so I'm getting kind of concerned. So a few weeks back, I figured, you know, I should take a gander down here. I should really do some research. So I grabbed my phone. I was like getting down and dirty. But then I realized like I was in way over my head. Like I didn't know what I was looking for. It was one of those situations where like best case scenario, I was looking at an asshole. So, yeah. And I'm actually glad I didn't actually take the pics, because, like, last thing I need is, like, 30 to 40, like, anus pictures on my iPhone, you know? Like, because, like, you know, on the off chance I'm going to a bar to meet a girl, because, you know, that happens. But, we're exchanging phone numbers, and then, oh my god, it's my anus. So, you know, that's not really first date material, and, you know, I go on a lot of dates, so, yeah. Yeah, so that's that. Otherwise, about myself a little bit. As you can tell, I'm a really excited person, but I'm also Jewish, which is kind of cool. So yeah, go for Jews. But I actually grew up being one of those broke Jews. I don't know if you guys ever knew one of those, but yeah, it's always kind of rough. But I started to realize like there would be some advantages of growing up being like a broke Jew. Like if only I was like, say, like 1940s Berlin, you know, like growing up then, and like some Nazis came knocking on my door, I could just show them a copy of my bank statement and they'd have to let me free, you know? Like they'd be like, holy shit, you got less money than I do. I think we might have a mix-up, you know? So and that's the thing about my dad, though. He hates everything German. He said he would never buy a Mercedes because of the whole Holocaust thing. See, I just didn't realize that driving around in a geo-tracker was my dad making a political statement. You know? Yeah. As you can probably tell, Hanukkah, you know, which is coming up in a few weeks, you know, it's always been kind of a problem in my family. I know they say it's the Festival of Lights, but that's provided the utilities get paid. Yeah. Not to mention the whole gift problem. You know, you're supposed to get 8 gifts. Like, everyone's like, that's got to be so awesome, right? And I'm like, dude, like, we're not getting any gifts in my family, dude. Like, we're lucky to get one gift. Like, first night, it's like a G.I. Joe action figure, but then it's like overdue dentist appointments, a Burger King crown, used coloring books, you know? Like, I can't do shit with any of that, you know? And I mean, like, let's talk about dreidel for a second, which is essentially craps for Jews. But like, unlike craps or any form of gambling, like the rules for playing for heaps didn't apply in my house, you know? Like, yeah, we tried to play with pennies, but we'd always have to give them back in the end, you know? But Dad would be like, come on, you gotta put that back in the rent jar. Which was always kind of depressing, which sucked. But again, you know, I can't get too down on myself. I have to look on the bright side, you know, growing up, you know, there weren't all the bad things. I didn't have to worry about theft, you know? Like, nah, we didn't have an anti-theft system, but we did have something, which was a house full of worthless shit, so, yeah, that always worked out well. You know, like, honestly, like, who's trying to steal a shitty-ass Gateway computer running Windows 95, you know? Like, there's just nothing there for you unless you really enjoy the Oregon Trail, you know? I don't know, but anyway, that's my set, guys. Thanks. You guys are great.
Adam Gross.